Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I just watched K-State basketball play at Baylor, and I got to tell you something. You can see the progress that this program's made. If you remember last year, K-State lost by 48 points at Baylor, and on Tuesday night they only lost by 25. In fact, Baylor won by 31 last year in Manhattan before the two teams met a third time in Kansas City, and K-State played pretty well. Man, I tell you what, Tuesday's night performance by everyone involved in this basketball game, other than the Baylor players, was pretty atrocious. What am I saying? I'm saying the officiating was typical bad for the Big 12, but it took on a whole nother life with back-to-back technicals for taunting after dunks, one on each team, when it didn't appear the players did much of anything. That was just a little sampling of how miserable the night was. The announcers for ESPN Plus were the Texas Longhorn Network announcers, and don't start me on Lance Blanks. Just don't. Then, of course, there's the fact that K-State was never really in this game. Baylor got away early, led big at half. K-State never got it into single digits after halftime, and honestly, they were lucky to lose by 25. K-State's now 10-9. They're 2-6 in the conference, and they no longer can say they've almost won all of their games because they were never in this one. Just move on from this, because Saturday's game for Kansas State is absolutely enormous. Because if you want to argue that the Big 12 is so much better that you should be in as the 8th, 9th, or even 10th team in the conference, and you should probably be on the bubble, which is K-State's argument that the conference is so good that their record's not going to reflect it. You better go to Ole Miss and win. You better do so emphatically. You better make it very clear as a conference that your teams are better than their teams, even when they get to leave out 4 teams. Because remember, there's 14 teams in the SEC and only 10 games. So 4 schools don't even get to play. They get to leave out their worst if they want to. Kansas State appears to be the worst the Big 12 has to offer. And while they do show signs of being much better, Tuesday night in Waco proved that they've got a long, long ways to go. And granted, they've played back-to-back top 10 teams in Kansas and Baylor. It's not easy in the conference, but this is the conference in which they play. We'll see what the future holds, but Tuesday night seemed like turn back the clock night as Kansas State got clocked again in Waco.